The simmering tensions between China and Taiwan have now reached a boiling point, sparking fears of a military confrontation that could engulf the entire region. How exactly are the Philippines and Japan reacting? Our next report getting you the complete story.
There has been a dramatic escalation in the Asia-Pacific in the past 36 hours. China has launched large-scale drills in the waters and airspace surrounding Taiwan, sending a resounding message of its unyielding resolve. Now, the question isn't if China will act, but how and when. China has sent its army, air and rocket forces to surround Taiwan for large-scale drills Beijing said were aimed at practicing for a blockade of the self-ruled island. Taiwan's defense ministry said China has deployed 71 aircraft and 19 warships, including the Shandong aircraft carrier group, around the island. This is the most recorded since May last year, when 27 Navy vessels were reported. Taiwan has responded, dispatching its own aircraft and ships and deploying land-based missile systems in response to the exercises. Taiwan has also accused Beijing of being the world's biggest troublemaker.
President Lai has instructed the national security and defense units to make preparations and deal with the situation. We have a full grasp of the related situation. In the face of external threats, our government will continue to defend the democratic and free constitutional system. We have the confidence and the capability to defend our sovereignty rights, protecting the safety of the people, and maintaining social stability.
Tensions across the 180-kilometer Taiwan Strait have escalated since Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te took office in May 2024. Chinese leaders loathe Lai, who has been more outspoken than his predecessor, Tsai Ing-wen, in defending Taiwan's sovereignty. Amid the large-scale drills, China's Taiwan Affairs Office said independence means war and blamed Lai for the escalation of tensions. China's PLA also released a series of videos to publicize their military exercise, including one in which they depicted Lai as a green parasite, poisoning the island by hatching smaller parasites. Tensions are escalating, but the Taiwanese say they are unfazed by Chinese drills.
I'm used to it because drills have been going on for a few years. We have been seeing news about China circulating Taiwan for many years, and their military activity. So it is no longer a surprise. Let's see. They have been doing that for a while. What can we do?
But the Chinese threat is not restricted to Taiwan. Now the Philippines says it would be inevitably involved if the neighboring country is invaded. The Philippines military chief has already told his troops to start preparing for actions, to have the mentality that the Philippines is already at war. While there's no word on the recent escalation yet from Japan, another country that would be dragged into the war due to its geographical standing, it had a week back announced an emergency evacuation plan for 120,000 residents on islands near Taiwan, a precautionary measure against a worst-case scenario that could destabilize East Asia. Not to forget the US. Any conflict could bring in the US, which maintains a series of alliances in the region and is legally bound to treat threats to Taiwan as a matter of grave concern. In fact, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, during his recent visit to Asia, committed to address China's aggression.
America is committed to sustaining robust, ready, and credible deterrence in the Indo-Pacific, including across the Taiwan Strait. Japan would be on the front lines of any contingency we might face in the Western Pacific, and we stand together in support of each other.
With Beijing's patience wearing thin and Washington's support for Taipei unwavering, the stage is set for a showdown that could have far-reaching consequences for global stability and security. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.